Hello and welcome to day 2 of the must-have tips for Business Bliss in 2024. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that will take you only a few minutes to do every day, but can save you absolutely countless hours and get rid of your frustration if you do it properly. Now, this may seem a boring subject to some, but I'm going to talk about online filing structure. Yes, we were talking about paper filing and how you can reduce your paper load, and this is today's topic. Now, I have to admit I'm a wee bit sad, a wee bit nerdy in this regard, because when I was at school I was a library prefect, and so I loved to file everything away and to have it in order. But when I went to work as a PA in large organisations when I graduated, it really struck home to me how important it is, especially if you're an organisation with lots of people, but equally important if you're a sole trader like myself, to have a really good online structure where you can find all your documents easily, that you know where they are, and that they're synced across your devices, so you don't have one document sitting on the desktop of your laptop and something else on another desktop somewhere that aren't synced and you can't find them. And actually I'm part of several committees, and we have shared folders and shared drives where we upload important information for each other, because that makes it much easier to communicate and for there to be transparency, and stops all this pinging back and forth of 1,000 messages. Do you know where such and such a thing is, and etc. So for online folder structure, I know it might not come easily to you. As I said, I've a long background in admin jobs, but the most important thing I think is whether you use OneDrive, Google Drive, or you use the iCloud, is that you have a structure and that you stick to it and that makes sense to you. And so, for example, when I set up in my business, I had a folder that was legal documents, I had a folder that was HMRC documents, I had one that was everything marketing to do with my logos and any photos, anything to do with branding, that sort of thing, general admin. And then I started client folders. So for every client that I have a specific client folder, and I have any sort of correspondence that I have with them. Some of those folders I have shared with clients, and some are just for my own personal note. But if you think of your online structure like a house, like a filing cabinet really, like a physical filing cabinet, but it's in the cloud, that you have all those different sections, and that you have subsections, and that you have an outline that it makes sense to you. And at the start of this video I mentioned about saving time, and if I know it's very easy, you know, you're working on a Word document, think, oh, I'll just save it to the desktop, that's easy, isn't it? But think what happens if something happens to your laptop, that you spill a cup of coffee on it and destroy the hard drive, that someone steals your laptop, that it just dies and you can't get it started again. Remember that if you have your documents properly saved in the cloud, that you should be able to access them again if you can log in on another device, and which is very important, obviously, when you're working in your own business. And the other thing that I would say for your online structure as well, that as you grow in your organization, that you even have a Word document where you have listed the different folders that you have and the sort of general content. You don't have to write down everything that's inside each folder, but that you have a general content, because one person's logic is not always another person's logic. So that's my tips for today. I actually had a client I was helping today set up some folders on her OneDrive, and I know sometimes, and in her case it was true, she worked in a large organisation and retired, and then was trying to do these things herself after having a PA, you know, or someone in IT sitting beside her for all those years. And I know it's not always easy, so please do reach out if you need any help with the logic of setting up folders or at physically how to do it. And I will be back tomorrow with tip 3, which is about something that I'm sure a lot of us struggle with, and we're always trying to get down to 0, so you can tune in tomorrow to hear what that is. And thanks for tuning in today to hear my tip 2 for Business Bliss for 2024. I'm Alison from Virtually Admin Solutions.